Hello there, modded diffusers, and this is the Termit. The absolute Termit and Termit, yeah. So, I'm currently making a tutorial, and that is named Danny's Floors. Not based on the Roblox game called Danny's World or whatever. This is Danny's Floors. The hardest summit boss, as of today, 12th of April, whatever, like, time is. And it's very hard that you could literally... It has its own mechanic, let's just say. It could even detonate the bomb if you don't follow the manual or something like that. So first of all, to start, I need to just explain you some rules. So first of all, what's the thing is? So first of all, we're actually playing as the character, or as the manual says, this is the actual tune. It could be from 0 to 22. He will not play always as twisted as Dandy, because he will be always as twisted. I'll explain what twisted means for a second. Alright, so first of all, we have the initial state, which just shows like a flower, and it doesn't have like anything too much, so we cannot interact with it whatsoever. And the main thing is just we need to take the number of batteries and serial number. There will be 0 batteries, and serial number is Sierra Bravo 6, Sierra Echo 4. Okay, so now when I have done this step, we can almost start the module, but we need to follow some rules. So first of all, look up after this. So if our serial number is somehow 6 Zulus, or somehow is more than 6 numbers, the answer will be always 0. Because the reason is we will make a seed based on our serial number that is literally just important for this thing. This is how actually the gameplay of this created. So this is not 6 Zulus, and this is not more than 6 characters, so the answer will be always 0. Alright, I mean not 0, basically. Alright, I think that's all as I explained for now. Let's just solve a module and begin solving Danny's floors. So first of all, what do you see is 3 things. First of all, you see what current floor are we on, the amount of machines on floor, the amount of active tunes on each floor, and the submit button with question mark, because sometimes you may submit or not submit it. And whenever you'll submit, when it's not to submit, you will get a strike. There are 3 rules that may cause to press submit. First of all, if we have no HP left, we have amount of HP, and these twisted tunes may reduce as well. So if you have like 0 or less HP left, we'll press submit and press the amount of incur. That's the actual value that is currently by Danny's floors called, and it will be solved. Next one is C not found, which I have already explained, and unicorn not activated. I'll also explain this later. So basically, what will happen if if we have no HP left and we'll still continue advancing stages, it will actually detonate the bomb. I mean, not exactly detonate bomb, but it will continuously strike until bomb will either detonate or it will be solved with either cheats or just having a good luck. Okay, so first of all, let's start with making the seed. As it says, like in the solve phase. So first of all, what you need to do is we're checking the serial number. We need to have a base converter and a text view calculator for some reason. Mostly with base converter. Insert this number as a base 36 digit and convert it to binary 1, which has only 1 zeros. There we have it. We copy it and paste it. Now let's follow some rules. If the serial number contains more than 31 bits, we have 31 bits exactly, so that's false. Otherwise, if it has more than 31 bits, we'll shift the serial number one symbol to the left, as the text below. So we have this number, for example. We're shifting Zulu to the left, so Zulu will become, instead of first, at 6. And there we go. We have serial number shifted left. And then once our command number is shorter than 32 bits, remove the first bit to obtain the initial seed. So we're removing the number 1 digit and then paste it as an initial seed. And then we paste initial seed to the seed. Now, unfortunately, this, because we have like, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stages of Denny's floors, I think that'll be obviously be not enough. So the next step is we'll extend our seed by doing some funny parts. It could be totally be maxed out of 35 iterations, but I'll do mostly likely 5 or 4 of them. I'll do 5 just to have, just will make a maximum amount of sure things. That obviously I will not run out of things. So what do we do? So first of all, we're taking previous iteration serial number, or the bump serial number on the first iteration. Since this is the actual first iteration, we'll take the bump serial number. Well, now we're shifting every character in this group, the base 36 alphabet, forward once. So that will be Tango Charlie 7, Tango Foxtrot 5. Base 36 alphabet is there. So if we actually go for Zulu, that will be 0. It does wrap around. And then we continue this doing 4 times, I guess. Uniform Delta 8. Actually, let me do this like nice way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, D, E, F, G. 8, 9. A, B. U, V, W, X. G, H, I, J. And finally, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we have all of these shifted characters of the serial numbers. Now we need to convert the resulting serial number from the base 36 to binary again. So let's take it. We have this thing. Now what we need to do is we take the amount of bits from the initial serial number bits beneath. So we'll take 30 bits. Make an alignment. And then the funny part begins. We need to basically XOR the whole thing. Yeah, this must sound crazy. So we need to actually bitwise XOR 31 bits of it. But it sounds like very easy. Basically, what does bitwise XOR means? You just, if the bits are same, it will be returning false. So that will be 0. Else, if the bits are different, 0 and 1, the will result a true. That will be a 1. And then we'll continue doing this until we have our modified one. Making sure that everything should be correct. Yeah, should be correct. Okay. And now the resulting strings, and then we input this resulting string at the end of the seed. And now we do the same thing, like, for me it will be 4 more times, just make sure. Checking this. We're taking 30 bits. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. We're taking this manual. This seed. Now we're taking Victor Echo. Zero one zero 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1. Taking this amount, inputting this. Now we copying and pasting 30 bits exactly again. 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 0. And finally, this will be the last shifted one. Remembering to make 30 bits. 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1. Taking this finally, and now we have our seed. It should be enough for this at least 7 stages, and it should be like not too hard or whatever. Alright, now the funny part begins. Number 2, I meant. Now that we have done this thing, now we need to now we'll request some bits from this seed. What I meant by request and the manual request means it will take the first n bits from our current seed and then remove the bits from the seed itself. So throughout the module, we need to keep track of these things. First of all, who are we playing as and what our tune are. That is what I just explained. So the tune, which is the good side. How many HP will be determined by who are we playing with. Our inventory, which I will also keep track of it. So inventory. It will always has 3 slots and all empty in the start. The amount of collected ichor, select this. The items have been used for every floor, not in total. That is the important thing. The number of protein bars used throughout the entire module, which is a certain case from the certain twisted enemy here. And finally, all rarities of all items in order of the usages throughout the entire module. And that's it. So first of all, let's request, as it says from the manual, 23 bits. So we're taking 4 groups of 5, and then 1 group of 3. We convert it back to decimal, as it says. Swap. Apparently it doesn't like the spaces, so I have to delete some. We have this number, and then we modulate by 23. So now we have this number 3. This will be indicated by who are we playing with. And it looks like 3 is actually a Louis, so I'm playing as Louis. So tune Louis. And then we need to determine how many HP does Louis have. So let's see. If our tune strategy is main, you will start with 2 HP, otherwise 3. It will say in the manual whether the character is actually is main or not. Here, it is actually one of the rarities of the tunes, but since it's common and not rare, so there will be 3 HP, basically. Okay. Now, the funny part begins. Mostly part is collecting ichor. So first of all, we need to determine the number of machines on each floor, and if Twisted Astro is active, nope. Twisted Astro is looking like this. Then what we must do is, otherwise the amount of machines is equal to the display number of machines. Yeah, funny. Now we need to next that will be we will generate the floor's items to make sure to keep track of which items were on the floor, and then pick them up, basically. So how do we do it? We're taking 2 bits from the seed number, from the seed, excuse me. That is 0, 1. We convert into decimal, which is actually a 1, and add 1. So we have 2 items on floor 1. Now we're taking, again, we're requesting a bit until we count into 0, maximum of 5 bits. So like this. So we have 3 ones and 0, which is actually a rare item. So we have, so on first item is a rare item. And then if the item is ultra rare, request 1 bit, otherwise request 2 bits. So we're taking 0, 0, which is actually a 0. That's a decimal, converting back. And then we're checking module the number of items of this item's rarity. So 0 in rare, it's just a jumper cable. Okay, so I have jumper cable, rare, which you pick them up with, and now we do the same thing. So we're taking 0 until we counter 0, which is actually a 0. That's just a common item this time. Requesting 2 bits, 1, 1. That will be actually a 3. Decimal and modulo the number of items of the giving rarities, so 3 modulo 3, which is actually a 0. So we have gumballs in the second inventory. Now what do we need to do is we could take damage from the twisted enemies. So let's look up on the condition. So first we have Boxton. Deals 1 damage if the flow number is prime. 1 is not prime, as even the manual tells. So, yeah, we don't need this. So we're not taking damage from Boxton. And we have Poppy. Deals 1 damage if the floor number is greater than 7 and it is even in the Fibonacci sequence. Nope, so that doesn't count. So we're not taking any damage. Now we'll collect the Ichor. So first of all, we're starting collecting 5 Ichor from every machine on the floor. So 5 times 3 summon is 35. Additionally, if every twist and now every active twist on the floor gives Ichor depending on its rarity. Dot box and Poppy. 5 plus 5 is a 10. So as it says, common is 5 Ichor. So that'll be a 45. Additionally, if a active twisted matches your tune, you will gain additional 40 Ichor. That is an important thing. In a similar way, every item when used gives Ichor depending on its rarity. Yeah, now that we have taken damage, or not, we'll now use every item based on the rules. Signing off jumper cable. Which we'll be using immediately. All but floor. So we have used jumper cable. Oh, now done as asterisk. And gumballs we also use this, right? Yeah. It says use immediately, all but floor. There we go. So we have rare item used and common items used. So that will be 3 plus 1, which is a 4. So that'll be 49. And that's it for stage 1. We have done all things. Now let's talk about Unicorn, because I have said I will include it, so let's start. So unfortunately, that's where the thing is. So if our tunes, it's depending on the tune's rarity. If our tune's rarity is main or not main, since we have not main, they have 3 HP, and every slot in their inventory is filled on with health kit, answer will be always like this, no matter how is it. And if our tune's HP is below 1, they're dead. Answer is amount of Ichor collect, and then we'll press the submit button on the module. Okay. Now let's move to the next stage, after all these calculations. Wow, how interesting. We have now different tunes now. So we have Razzle and Dazzle, which is this. And we have Sprout as a main. Okay, so first of all, we will skip this part which has 23 bits, and now we'll start with this thing. So determine number of machines on the floor. It will be 8 always because we don't have Twisted Astro. Floor rules from section equal rules, we'll skip over them. Generate floors items. So we'll take 1, 1, which is a 4 items on this floor now. Now, again, we will question bits until we encounter 0, 1, 0, which is a common, 1, 1, which is a 0. Basically, that's a gumballs. So we have gumballs in our first slot. Now, 0 again, and then 1, 0, which is actually a pop, because that is number 2. Then 1, 0, again, which is a common, and 0 making 1, 0, and then 0, 0, which making also gumballs. And finally 0, and then 0, 0 is also gumballs. But now the things get complicated. We need to have gumballs, but every slot is filled. Now this was a party. Now there's the rules is. If there's an item with a rarity lower than the item's priority, and this is not bandage or nor health kit, fully use the item with the lowest rarity. Excluding bandages and health kits, of course. In your tune's inventory overall, in case of a type, use randomized item and whatever. Yada yada. Since we have all only common things, we just skip over it. Now we will take damage. Let's have to Razzle and Dazzle. Oh, apparently no, it deals damage. Yeah, that just that. Okay. And Sprout deals 1 damage if all of the following conditions are true. Your tune is not Cosmo. It is not. And number of protein parts is used throughout the module is even. Well, that is also true. So now we're taking the damage from Cosmo, which in fact we have now 2 HP. Now we'll take Icar. So 8 times 5 is a 40, which is 89. Now we'll add uncommon, Razzle and Dazzle, and main, which is 6 plus main is 16, which is actually, it will be 105. Yeah, 105, right? Now, using these things, so starting off with gumballs, use immediately, and use if an uncommon twist is active, which is true. So, plus 3, which is 108, and removing every item on this thing. So we have gumballs, pop, gumballs, and gumballs. I'll mark as minus, so not included in the inventory. Alright, let's go to the next stage. We have now Brittany and Connie. Okay, we're doing the same thing again. So we're taking first 2 bits, 0 plus 1, which is actually 1 item now in there. Taking 1, 0, which is common, 0, 0, which is gumballs, which will be always used, so I'll mark as gumballs, which is used only. Taking damage, so deals 1 damage if there was a blackout last floor. Nope. Now deals damage on the 4th floor, also thing. Deals 1 damage if either Twisted Twin or Twisted Astro is active. No. So we're not taking damage from each one of these. So we'll now make it in the Icar rules. So 5 times 40 so that'll be 140. 8. Plus 2 uncommons, which is plus 12. That'll be 116. Using gumballs, that'll be 161. We have now done this step. Moving next. Oh, now also thing about the twisted rules. We're starting off with as Assassin Manual. We start with Goop. Here, then we move out in reading order as Assassin Module, and then we'll always end with Geeky. We have now Roger and Scraps. So now we have 4. Yeah, right. Okay. So we have now 4 items on this floor. So 0, 1, 0, which is a 2, so that would be a pop. 0, 1, 0, which is a pop again. And then 1, 1, 0, which is uncommon. And then 1, 1, which is a free. So uncommon free, which is a skill check candy. Useless thing, but whatever. We need to watch out if I have it. Yeah, I have used it. Okay. So 1, 1, 0, and then 1, 1. Skill check candy. Then we have 1, 1, 0, which is also uncommon, and 1, 0, which is a 2. So we have stealth candy. And like it says, everybody, like there, if there's an item with a rarity lower than this item's rarity, that is not a bandage, yes. Fully use the item with the lowest rarity. So we're actually using pop, which actually gives 162 now. And then now we insert it there. Yeah, we're taking the rightmost one as it says in the module. You can start by use my mouse item in 2 inventory from time. And then pick up the narrated item. So this is now a what? This is a stealth candy. Okay. We need to note down that there are 4 items and we have used pop already. Again, we're now listing the rules. You deals 1 damage if all the following conditions are true. Your tune's inventory is not full, false, which means we don't take damage from Roger. And Scraps deals 1 damage if the floor number is not divisible by 3. Yep, we're losing 1 more HP. Deals 1 additional damage if Twisted Goods are active. Nope, so we're taking only 1 damage. We have now only 1 HP left. Okay, then 6 times 5, which is a 30, so 192. We have Roger, which is uncommon, in Scraps, which is rare, so plus 14, which is making 206. Yep. And then we're taking again the conditions. And the important thing I should mention, what does once per floor means. I'll actually explain it right now. If a rule says it can only use this item once per floor and you have already used this item anywhere during this floor, skip over it, so we're not using this item. We have stealth candy. Oh my god, please don't tell me I have spelled this item wrong. Nope, I spelled right, okay. Use if a main twisted axe is active. Nope. And then skill check it, we'll use it immediately. So removing this. Now we have 3. Which is uncommon, so plus 2, which is 208. Done. Next stage. Now the funny part begins. Because I already see our character will always die in this situation. Well, let's actually follow the rules. So first of all, let's determine things. So first of all, we have 0, 0, which is one item on this floor. Right. So we don't have Twisted Astro. Yeah, okay. So 0, 0. I need to double check. I have already used. Yeah, 0, 0. I have already used them. And then 0, common, 0, 0, which is gumballs. Okay. Now, if the item is ultra rare, no. Okay, we can skip it. Yeah. Now we'll follow the Twisted Mains, box 10, and it is 1 damage for numbers prime. It is. So we're actually dead, which is unfortunate. So we can skip over Tiagon, it doesn't matter. So this 1 damage if your collection is more than 600, it doesn't matter after all. So now, first of all, we also make Icaros, so plus 45, which is 53. Plus common is 5. And then Tiagon is uncommon, so plus 6, which is 11. So which is 264. And then we're using, we're using this because it's uncommon, so 65, then 66. Stealth Candy, it's Stealth Candy is main twisted active. No. Alright. So now we have official die, so we can press submit. Usually it will give a strike if it's not correct, but since it is correct, now we have officially died. And then we input 266. And this is how you solve the module. Thanks for watching, and make sure you do not explode. Also, this is module semi-boss, so it does not actually require for all modules to be solved, I should also mention. See ya!